Welcome back to another episode of Blender Bladesmith. It's been a long gap between episode 2 and 3, but I was working on some different projects that you can check on Instagram, link in the description. In this video, we are going to make a Japanese samurai blade. Yes, I mean katana. In addition, we are going to add some etching patterns on it, which will look cool and you can use it anywhere you want. So, let's begin. Let's start with our usual process, that is adding image background. Select an image and rotate it to match x-axis and place it right in the middle. Now go to viewport display, turn on visibility, unhide the cube and scale it down and place it at the beginning of the blade. Scale it down on y-axis as we need a thin blade. In edit mode, move these points so that we get a small piece of cube. Now we need to extrude these edges till the end, and after that we need to position the points properly so that we get a nice curve on the blade. Make sure you are in edit mode and X-ray mode by pressing Alt Z. In the final part, you need to make it triangular like this, which will help us later on. Check if there's any mistake. Back to X-ray mode and add a loop cut in the middle. Now select the bottom edge while pressing Alt like that, and select the other one while pressing Shift Alt. Scale it down on y-axis to make it sharp. Check if it is sharp or not. Now for these points in the front, we need to adjust it to make it tapering. Adjust any of the mistakes that you find during this. Okay. For the back side, extrude this part twice and select these faces and scale it up without scaling it on x-axis, and we are done with the guard part. Time for the ring on the guard. Now add a circle, rotate it, scale it down and place it right over there. Now tab into edit mode and press 3 to side view. Let's make some design on it. Before that, select everything and extrude and scale it. Now you can make any of the design you like. You can make a completely filled circle or even a square, because katana swords are available with circular guards or square guards. Okay, I'm making this bangle like guard for this blade. Extrude this up and we are done. Make sure you label everything you make so that it won't confuse you later on. Add a circle, scale it down and place it right there to make our handle. Scale it down on y-axis so that we get the oval shaped handle. In edit mode, extrude this part to match our handle. Okay. Make sure you are in X-ray mode so that you can see through your mesh. Now for this end part, we need to extrude this twice, or you can add a loop cut and select these two loops and scale it up. Now adjust any of the small details on your handle. Select this front loop and add a face. Select this end loop and extrude it, scale it down and move it back. We have a cap now. Our handle is ready. Time to make it smoother. Go to subdivision surface modifier and add loop cuts here. Select this face, press I to insert and insert it twice. Now for this end part, we'll add loop cuts. One here and another one here. Now it will look distinct. Select the guard and add a subsurf modifier to it and press shade smooth. Now for the blade, we'll repeat the same process and add loop cuts to make some edges sharp, like this one and the bottom one. For the front part, add a loop cut like that to make a point at the front. Now this looks little odd, so we'll fix this. And before that, make sure you are in X-ray mode, or unless you will just edit the front part. Okay, now select this part of the guard and extrude this so that you get a little extension in the handle. Once you are done modeling, hide everything else and let's proceed to texture. Add a new texture, switch to material preview, fully metallic and very less in roughness. Now select these upper faces and we'll add etching to it. Once you select everything, add another material to it and go to shading window. Now we are going to repeat the same process as in last video, that is adding color ramp, noise texture, mapping node and texture coordinate. Now move it closer, set these values, and we need to make it grayish in color, so make it dark gray, and you can change these settings as you like. We'll select this and copy so that we can use it for handle and everything. Add a loop cut and select these faces, add another material which will be our sharp edge. Okay, for our guard, select these part, add another material, we can use this also, add the same material to it and make it golden looking. Increase the metallic to 100 to get a gold like finish on it. Okay, for our ring we'll use the same gold material, and for our handle we'll use a wood texture. Now paste this and change the color to match the wood. Like we did in last video, we are going to change the X value to make it look like wood. We'll duplicate this and add a bump texture and connect it with normal. You can adjust the strength to adjust the texture. Select this, add a new material and golden one. And that sword is ready. Now select everything and parent it to one object. Keep transform. Select this and hide. We'll add a plane. This will be our table. We can add material to it. Add another plane. This will be our ball at the back. Now unhide this sword and scale it down. Now this table doesn't look good. We'll change its color, or you can use image texture if you like. Now we'll add some extra details like a stand for our sword. This part is optional. You can use anything you like, or you can just put it on the table or hang it on the wall. It's your choice. Now we'll add some extra details on the front part. We'll add this cut in the middle part of the upper face. Okay, now we'll add a new material to it which will be black completely. We'll add a poster at the back, change surface to emission type and color to image texture. We'll add an image and this will be our poster which will be at the background on the wall. Okay, now we'll set up the lighting and camera. We are very close to the end. Okay, switch to rendered view and switch to cycles. This is it. Now press F12 to get your final render. This is the final image after the render. By changing some factors you can make it look like this. This is the one that I posted on Instagram. And that's it. Thanks for watching everyone. Hope you like this video and consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notification bells, as we have so much content in near future, some more episodes on the series and some different kind of content also. Okay, let's aim for 100 subscribers again, and I'll see you in the next one.